Everybody hear me? Back there? Is everybody awake? How was the coffee? Tea? Good? Alright guys, good morning. Good morning. And thank you DJ for arranging all this. So it's big. It's bigger than I expected. It's bigger than I think several of us have expected. This is much bigger. And this is all because of this guy. He's working hard. Insanely. I call him insanely working hard. He's crazy. That's what I call him. Thanks again to... So before I say anything else, he just, I call him DJ. I'm sure you all know we call him DJ. Yeah. So DJ just said one thing, and he said relationships. He said connections actually. So connections, and we in US we call it relationships, right? So relationships are very important in life, either it's personal or professional. So I know everybody has personal relationships already at home, or friendships, family, all that. But this is all about you are here to build your professional relationship. And this goes a long way, even it's either finding a job, starting a business, or doing any venture out there. If you are by yourself, you don't know anybody, you'll have a hard time. But if you more people but you never know. You never know. This industry is very, I would call it, I used to call it weird, but it's very strange. I have seen things happen like guys from all over the world, they'll be in the same place. We were talking the other day, So you never know. So you have more communication, meet guys, talk to each other. Just don't be yourself, right? Don't be yourself. Goal is you're here to meet and learn. That's the whole idea. All right. So, how many of here have been attached with, have heard of Mindcracker? Few hands? A lot of hands. All right. So, I want to clarify a few things. Mindcracker was a C# corner initially in year 99. I started a website called Mindcracker, and the website was sharing code, sharing C++ code. I'm not going back to the history, how I started all that, but what happens when C# came, it became more popular than C#, was it's bigger than Mindcracker itself. So what I did is I ended up creating another website, C# Corner. And that's how C# Corner started. So you still see somewhere Mindcracker all there. That's because the company name was always Mindcracker. Alright. So now I'm going to talk about C# Corner. C# Corner, I'm going to ask two guys. I'll put two guys questions and see what they think. Two guys, two volunteers. Anybody, two guys? Raise hands. All right. Can you stand, please? What is C# Corner?
It is a website or where we put the question, we get the answer. Moreover, we have the various technologies how to implement that thing. So it has all the information regarding this.
Yes, sir. That's good. Thank you.
For me, C# Corner is a pool of knowledge about C#. It's a place where we can get the information about this beautiful language.
Thank you. So answer was C# Corner is a website where you can post a question, you can get answers, and other pool is a pool of knowledge where you can pick select a category, and then you can read articles and learn from there. Great. Thank you. Yes, exactly. That's what. Good job. So that's what we're trying to build here is more than just a website. And sample of that is you are all here. This is more than a website, right? You are here, right? You are meeting, now. You know who Pinandava is now, right? So this is already happening. This is already happening that this is becoming a community. Community is a very loosely coupled term, and it means a lot of things. People are these days, they call everything community. Then somebody start a blog and put something there, it's a community, right? But my thinking of community is a little different, and that's what my goal in this first slide is. I'm going to explain what the community is and where we're going with this community. So if you see for first point here, C# Corner is an open community. Now, I was watching a few videos on YouTube, and I don't know the speaker really, but he really gave me this insight of this openness. And we all know, a lot of us already know this, we already do this. We are from village, right? A lot of us are back roots in village. I'm from village. I grew up in village until high school, 12th grade. I was in village where we had hardly there is a school, there is no teacher. I'll be in the school, teacher is not there. So how many of here you are here from a village or have roots? A lot of us, right? So I remember when I was 10, 11 years old, we had no road. So what we did is all of the guys from village, they volunteer. They volunteer, so they gave half of their day every day for a couple of months to build the road. Right? Somebody is putting mitti there, gala there, and they build the road. That's what community, that is a community. That's what it is, really a community. Same thing with, I don't know if you guys probably saw some, jamun kape. Anybody know that? Yeah. Right, you go by the road, there is jamun kape or amrut kape, whatever. During that time, right, July month, there is a lot of jamun there. We all, as a kid, we go plant there, eat the jamuns. Somebody at some point broke that tree, right? Do you agree with that? Yes. Somebody at some point broke that tree. And guess what? That tree is still giving you fruits. So, that's what the meaning of community is. Community is somebody is roping the tree, but guess what? Other guys are helping it to grow. And nobody getting benefit from it. It's a tree where kids can still work. I'm here in Noida now, but guess what? Today there is a village, there is 11 years, 12 years, 13-year-old kid, they are still climbing on that tree, still eating the fruit. Make sense? So that's what this community is all about. We are here, we are building this tree where all of us can benefit in different ways. Somebody is getting fruits out of it, somebody getting popularity, somebody getting whatever it comes. So I will talk about that more in detail, but I want to cover this open thing there, openness. So I was watching this video, and this good speaker, he says about something about openness. And openness is, if you look at software industry, I'm sure a lot of you guys have really experienced, I see guys there, but 10 years ago, software industry was different. It wasn't like this today. There were not too many websites, there was not a lot of sharing. Everything was closed. What does closed mean is code was secure, code was hidden, even the products were hidden. What's going on behind that, nobody knew that. Microsoft has proprietary and all that. Or Google has this, or Apple has done this. So these days, in last few years, everything is being open. All code, I write the code, I share it there. You write the code, he writes the code, everybody writes, it's all there except some big companies that are managing it. And I always tell my colleagues that I'm very fortunate to be in the software industry where these guys, all software guys, no matter what they do is they give back. This is all like, if you look at sales guys, marketing guys, and finance guys, any other industry, forget software, all they do is their focus is on how to make more money, how to grow their business. But we are geeks, we are nerds, right? A lot of us don't think that. That's not the first thing in our mind. The first thing in our mind is how to build cool things. Right? When we build that, we show it. If you go talk to a business guy who builds really businesses, they're like, oh, I'm coming with this big idea, but I'm not going to share with you. This is really because I'm going to... They feel like, you know what, if somebody finds out that, and they may steal and all, a bunch of other things. But guess what? We are different. Software developers are different, coders are, I call everybody same. It's software developer, coder, programmer, every test, all we do is we build things, we like to build things, we like to share things. And openness is all about sharing with everybody and learning from that. So my next one goes to C# Corner is a culture. It's a culture, it's a collaboration. So how many of you know here about collaboration? Anybody just from front row? Collaboration is about doing something together. This is, you're working together as a team to achieve a goal. Make sense? So that's where C-sharp corner goal here is we're trying to build this tree where it's already had some fruits, but it may have more fruits. Who knows? Maybe we are building a bag. You know bag. Everybody know bagicha, bag, bagicha. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe that's what we are building. We don't know. So we are trying to build this culture where people think differently. Their goal is a little different. Their goal is, okay, sure, I learned from here. I went to this tree. I took my, I got some fruits, I ate them, and I walk away, and then I move back to New Delhi, and then I don't think about that. That's one way to do it. That's how a lot of us do it. And, I've done it. Guys, they were on C-sharp for a long time ago. They are they're more popular, they're authors, and, they forget things. Good, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. That's how it is done today. What we're trying to do is, wouldn't it be nice if you go in that tree when that tree needs some help, right? Or that bog has, let's put it bog, it has 100 trees, and one tree or trees like needs some fertilizer. If some of us can go back and help it out. So that's we are trying to build a different kind of culture where, guys, that's good we learned here, but let's give it back. Because that will actually help the guys who are coming after you, who are behind you. Now, third point in this slide is C-sharp corner is an evolution. Evolution is it's not human race or anything like that. When I say evolution, means this platform itself is growing, and it has grown since '99. So what we do is I'm passionate about building things. I love them, like all of you do that. I'm not nothing new here. We started this as our own C-sharp platform in C-sharp 1.0. So every year we are building, we are adding new things. When I started this as 99, I started just share code. I put my code there, somebody download the code. Then other guys came, they download the code. Then later somebody said, I don't understand this code. Can you please tell me a little bit? So somebody actually calls me from UK one night, and I'm sleeping at 4 a.m. For UK must be different time zone, so I get a call from UK, and I'm a young guy at that time, I'm 20, I was excited, okay, somebody's calling me, right? Who calls me? I'm, just nobody there at that time. So, site wasn't that problem or anything, so somebody from UK calls me, his number, oh, I just downloaded your code, and it's pretty cool, but I don't understand the 6th line on this class, blah, blah. It was C++ code. So I was like, well, I'm sleeping right now, I don't even know what you're talking about. So maybe I'll write an email later. And emails were, at that time it wasn't easy, you just open and email there. I had to go to my office, they had some account for me set up in one of those Lotus notes and all that, and then you find out. So, it took me 2-3 days to reply really. So then I thought, what, I'm going to extend this in way step by step, so somebody reads the article, they don't have to call me at 4 a.m. So that's how I created my first article. So that's how I started this. The C-sharp corner had articles, pretty much step by step. Funny thing is, when I go back and read some of those articles, they are so bad I can't even understand them. My English was so bad. Right? So I was not in English medium. I was purely from, UP board is primary school open. So I had no idea. I think I started learning ABC in 6th grade. So I used to go back and I read it, I'm like, wow, people really read that? So, but that's okay, right? That's because I didn't do that for somebody else. I didn't do it, it was for me. It was just, I wrote it for myself. This is, I say I put it there, somebody wants it, it's okay. I can't even think if somebody will download it. So, point I'm making here is, many of us, you guys, sometimes I see young guys ask questions, oh, I have this code, this idea, but I don't know how to write. My English is so bad. I can't write. Guys, don't be afraid of that. You should be afraid. You should be afraid if you're trying to sell that. If you're trying to sell that, then people will ask you to have some standards, some guidelines, some formats, all that. But if you are just putting it out there, somebody wants it, it's okay, but that's how you learn. And seriously, that's how I learned really. I didn't I didn't have a good English language, I didn't know how to speak good, all that. But the way I learned is from the mistakes. And yesterday we had a meeting, Mantri mentioned, don't be afraid of mistakes. You can make mistakes because that's how you learn, but if you keep making the same mistakes and again, that's bad. Once you make a mistake and then you don't repeat it again, that's the way you learn. And the thing is, if you make a mistake and you learn from it, you'll never forget it. And everybody knows this, I don't need to explain that. So going back to, I start articles. When I start articles, then, somebody asks a question like, oh, I read your article, but I have these questions. Can you answer me those questions? I'm like, oh, shoot. Now, I'm a full-time job. I'm like a programmer, and I have, boss, he's asking me every day, he said, is that done, is that done, is that done? So I like, well, let's figure this out. So that's how forums started. There were already forums everywhere out there, but these guys kept asking, am I good back there? Is everybody can hear me? Okay. Yeah, so that's how forums started. And then later, everything came, new thing came, weblogs. We call them blogs today. Like, oh, you know what? Everybody just jumped onto weblogs. That's what everything changed. That was the time when weblogs started. And then that showed the power of user and internet. Where anybody can go and create their own blog in their voice. And the thing with blog is very cool is every blog has its own voice. Every blog has its own theme. Every blog has its own unique thing about it. So if it's your blog, that's your voice. And good thing with blog is you don't need to worry about it because people expect it to be whatever. Right? While it's an article or tutorial and all that, people expect some kind of standards. But in a blog, hey, I'm just writing whatever from my personal notes. If you want to read it, fine. If you don't, get out of there. Right? So that's so we added blogs because a lot of people were asking, can we add a blog there because I don't really want to write a long article and I don't really have a lot of time to write all that. So from blogs to forums, from ebooks to downloads to everything, that's how we are here today what we are. So point I was making is C# Corner, it's not somewhere, one day I just woke up and I'm like, I'm going to create this. No. It's just slowly happened. Things happen. What people start asking, we kept adding. And when I say we, I didn't really add. I have not written code on C# probably in 3-4 years, maybe longer. All I do now, I tell these guys, how many of you have that met Praveen Kumar or know about him from the site? A lot. Okay, great. So Praveen and these guys, there's a big team behind it. Now all I do is, hey. I review the ideas and look at them and say, can we build that? So how many of you here know C# Corner has ideas section? All right, okay, about 10-15 people. So this is very important. Ideas section is very important because where you can go and post your ideas. So you're writing an article, oh, I'm trying to upload this, but this text box doesn't make sense and all that. But whatever you think, you have an idea that will help you. That will help you. So on C# Corner, what we did is we built an idea section dedicated to such things. And good thing about our idea section is, once you submit an idea, other people can vote on it. And the reason we did voting system is because there's so many ideas, we cannot build everything together. It's just the thing is, we don't have enough resources, right? It's not, even Microsoft can build everything because as an MVP, I used to go there all the time and we are asking them, can you fix this pop-up, can you fix this file explorer, all these, they take 3 years to build things like that. So it's like, if they can build it, we definitely can build everything. So, thing with ideas is people vote, we review them, and most voted ideas, we say, can we do that really? If you say, no, this will take a long time, then we don't, we say there are comments there. But if it's selected and we can do it, that's how we pick the ideas from there. So guys, definitely check it out if you have not seen the idea session. So next slide, I will talk to you guys about some of the new features we launched last year. As I said, every year, or I say we have a cycle of every 3 to 6 months on C# Corner, 3 to 6 months, right? We upload it, we change new things and all that. So these are some of the features we launched last year. Trending now, Pulse, Chapter, Auto-Save, Clone, Career Advice. How many of you guys are familiar with all of these or some of these features? Alright, pretty good, pretty good. So I will go through quickly one by one these. Trending now is, you can go to this trending now section, see what's happening on the site, what article is being most popular, most comments, most viewed, what forums posts are coming, who's replying on what. And the funny thing with trending now is, I used to worry what's happening on the site. So instead of go back in the database, do all the reporting, what I did is, let's build a section for everybody so everybody can see that. Just like public, where you can see almost everything what's happening on the site. That's Pulse too, right? Oh, sorry, yeah, that's Pulse section. That's our Pulse. Trending now is where most popular and all. That Pulse is where you can see what's happening on the site. Just like site Pulse. Then before I talk about chapters, I will talk in the next slide. Auto-save clone features. So same here, last conference, last summit, we had a lot of questions from our MVPs that it would be nice when I'm writing an article. Sometimes I'm writing long articles and it's taking forever and it just stands out. Or I somehow lose internet connection, or somehow I forget and I come back, so what my browser session is expired and all that. So it would be nice if, while I'm typing, this editor can save this, all that. So that's auto-save feature is all about. So auto-save has been working really good now. Everybody loves it. Hopefully some of you realize it already. The next feature is clone feature. How many of you have used the clone feature? Alright, not a lot. So clone is for, okay, there's one. Clone I use a lot. I use a lot in the sense because sometimes when I write, I'll go in mode. I'll go in mode like 1 week mode, this is it. I'm going to write. So I'll pick a topic, like say WPF, and I'm writing on WPF preview, WPF review, WPF, text box, all that. I'll go in the one, this whole 1 week, clone it, and then it becomes your copy of that article and you can go and edit. And then save it and your new article is ready. So what it does is actually helps you out, saves you a lot of time. One new section we launched is career advice. How many of you have used career advice here? Alright, a few. I will discuss this more, but career advice is basically where if you have a question about your career, I think most of the guys who are asking questions are young guys, which that's what really it is for, who they don't know what they want to do with their career and all that. So they can go there and post questions where we have some expert, they can answer them. Certifications, and this section has been on the side for a while, but we are reworking on certification. So certification, it's like any other certification where you can go there, you can select what you want to get certified, and the purpose of the certification is we have bigger plans in the sense we want to know who's expert in WPF. We want to know who on our side is expert in Windows Form. And now you say, why do you want to know that? Will you say that? Right? You'll say, why do you want to know that? Well, guess what? We are working with some companies, which I'll talk about later, is they want to know, hey, Mahesh, we need 2 guys in WCF expert, can you help out with us? And what we can really do in the back end in our services, oh, these guys have certified in WCF, let's find out if they are looking for better jobs. And then you can also go there, test out how good you are in WCF really. You can also print out certificate and show it to your manager if they need to know, hey, I just scored 60 points out of whatever 70 in WCF on this, C# Corner. So I see here Rahul Bansal is top scorer on this certification. Is Rahul Mansur here? All right. So clap for Rahul Mansur. So yeah, you can see top scorer on there when you take exam, and you can print out PDFs and all that. Now next section is career advice, which I just explained. I just talked a little bit about it, but you can see if you see the screens. Can everybody see the screens back there? Yeah, if you see the screens, first thing here is ask your question. So if you have any career related question, you can just go and post there. And I see some experts there. I see, who's expert there? I don't know the first guy. I don't know the, yeah. Anybody heard? Yeah, look at those guys. So I see, in the experts panel, you can see who are the guys who have answered questions and they have been, say yes, accepted. And that's how, like Vittal has advised 22 people. So it's all there, and you can scroll and look at more experts there. If you think you are an expert, and which most of you are, you can request to join a panel. And what we'll do is we'll review it, and if you feel like yeah you fit in that, we can approve it, and you can also become the panel member there. And then you also have here is you have latest questions. So that shows you what's latest question coming, and then recently updated. My questions is where you can review all your questions where reply. And then my advice is where if you have given any advices, you can that's listed there. Next one. Interviews. How many of have you used interviews on C# Corner? All right, good number. Okay. So interviews, we just redesign everything because it was there for a while. What we did is we redesign the whole thing, made it pretty, make it look cleaner. So if you guys get a chance, check it out, see what you like, what you don't like. Again, if you don't like, if you like, it's great. Don't come and tell me I like it. Okay? Because that's not helping me at all. That's not helping us at all. That's not helping these guys at all. This is good, you like it, so you should be happy. Tell your friend about it, right? So he can come and use it. You like it, you don't need to tell me. Same thing on my article, sometimes I see comments, oh, it's a good article, I like it. Well, that's great. Well, guess what? What can I do with it? Now I'm like walking around, wow, I'm a good author now because I got these comments and I'm great. But what we need to know is what you don't like. Because that's why we can build this system better. We can build this platform better only when we know what you don't like. And don't worry about it. The comments is bad because I know some of us, when I was young, I was like, somebody commented bad comment on my articles. Oh, your English sucks. Oh, you terrible. And I was so pissed. I started going back and forth with him, I'm like, okay, where's my gun? Let me get it out. I'm going to go shoot this guy, right? But then, then later you learn is because of those things, because of those comments, those guys are really actually helping you because they're telling you what is that area where you can improve. And if you want to be good at something, you gotta improve all the time. You cannot be perfect. And there is nothing called perfection. There's always chance of improvement. You already know from our code, right? If you look at your code, which you wrote like 3 months ago, you can go back and spend some time on it. You can say, oh shoot, I think I can improve this here. I think this loop could be better, right? This initialization, you don't need it here. So that's where we are looking for. On interview section is, if you look at closely, we have recently posted interview questions, and at the top you can see is let's say you want to learn about some SQL Server interview questions or WPF interview. All you have to do is click at the top of this WPF category and you will see list of all the questions. And based on all of you guys' requests, we also created a PDF where you can download the PDF and print it out. And in the right side, we have also listed the companies who these questions were posted for. So if you work for interview and you want to cheat, that's a good way to do it, right? Go there, download the question. Maybe that company is still asking the same questions. I know we have MCN company here, they ask same question. Because I've seen it, when it's a like area where they call for an interview and I see it's hanging there. And I'll tell you, it's 4 years old. It's the same question. So maybe this is one way to, you know, go there before you go to any interviews. Jobs. Job section. Everybody knows about jobs, right? Not Steve Jobs. Like real jobs that pay you, right? Real jobs. That's why we are here. All you know, we are here. Everybody's here all because of jobs, right? If there was no jobs, we don't have to work. We wouldn't be sitting here. We'd be outside, you know, maybe in the park or something, right? Going to a movie, you know, eating popcorns, you know, all that kind of stuff, good stuff. So we just announced job section. So let's give a hand applause to the team who just launched this section. Job section. They are here somewhere. I know this. You know, this will maybe go clunky. It's a beta, but it should be working. It should be doing what it's supposed to be doing. Now the thing with the jobs is. You can go, you know, look at, you know, if you are coming from India, by default, it will say India and it will say jobs. And then you can go in advance and search for jobs. Slowly what we will do is we will try to get more companies so they can go and post jobs. Initially, we have a few companies posting jobs. In this, we have customized a little bit for our taste. And again, our means we are few guys who are building this initial features. So if you think it could be done in a better way, we want to hear that. Because you are the one. You are the one, or the generation, when I say you, your friends, your generation coming next, is the user. So if it's not working for them, it's worthless for everybody, right? We need to make sure if you something is confusing, something you don't like, you know, please reach out to us. That's very important. So here you can post, you know, if an agency, they can post a job, they can find, you know, you can go find a job, you can go post a resume, and eventually what we will do is, we are going to put a reputation. We are going to put a reputation on you as a C# Corner community member. And then we are also going to put a reputation on the company side. So our goal is to give companies the good candidates, and our goal is to find good candidates the better jobs. We know that this company is good, and you know, and they are, you know, this is how they work and all that. That's how we are going to match. Goal here is to help you guys. So let's take an example. What's your name, sir?
Roshan Kumar.
Roshan. So Roshan Kumar say, you know what? How long have you been working?
So 1.5 years.
1.5 years. So Roshan Kumar is working for 1.5 years as a software engineer? Yeah. As a software engineer. He's like, you know what? I'm bored with my job now. I need something, need something else. I need something exciting. You know what? Or he may say, you know what? Job is alright, but salary is not enough. Right? Or he may say, you know what? I was in Bangalore when I was doing my master's. Now I came to New Delhi. This sucks. This place sucks. I want to go back. Right? So all he has to do is, when the system is finally built, he has to go as a member in his job settings. He can say what he's looking for. So he'll say, this is what I am, software engineer, 1.5 years experience, and this is my salary. These are the things. And I'm looking for either different place or different salary. You put whatever you want. Based on that, now jobs will have these, already, okay, this is a job. Now company goes, right? Company goes, what's your name, sir?
Sanjay Kumar.
Sanjay Kumar, right? So Sanjay Kumar is a company, and they are a big company. How big is the company? 500 people. So, this company, let's call it, ABC. ABC company now goes and they say, we are hiring three guys who are not your typical programmers, but they believe in, entrepreneurship. They think out of the box and all that. And here, this This gentleman goes, he puts same thing, I'm more looking for more exciting project. I'm not looking for your traditional big large project that goes for 2 years. So he puts all that, now company puts the job and boom. In company's area they get notification and they also see this is the matching guy from our system I think you should look for. And here candidate will see that these are the companies, they have kind of matching jobs for you. So now guess what? You don't have to go around on different websites, look around for jobs. Right? And company don't have to go everywhere and look around. So we try to do is put together these two pieces together. Where, as a candidate it will help you and as a company it will save them time. Because worst part for a company is finding the right candidate. And I have Tony with me here from M2 Resources. He'll come a little on the stage. He can tell you how frustrating it is to find, the right candidate. And no offense to our culture, Indian culture, but Indian guys, they lie so much on resume. Seriously, I've seen personally. If I look at the other, that's how we are. There's nothing wrong with it. We already know. So I will call a recruiter. He will say, "Oh, Mahesh, I got this resume from one of your Indian friends. They think we are all friends. They think I know everybody. Out of 1.2 billion people. Like, oh, he said 6 years. He put 6 years experience. Do you think he has 3 years? I'm like, yeah, minus 3 is good. So it's already there. Now I already know, right? So same thing. Somebody was telling me a story that one of our speakers, I think, was telling me a story. He was in Hong Kong or somewhere where first time he calls a cab and he's 10 minutes late. Cab guy left him, "Sir, keep your money." He left him. He didn't pick him up because he was late. And other cab guys came. He knew how Indian culture worked. So he came 15 minutes late. So our speaker was waiting 5 minutes. He asked, "Why are you late?" He said, "Oh, I thought you were Indian. You will come 15 minutes late anyway." So that's what, these recruiters, these companies are also frustrated because they don't know this guy, okay, this guy's telling on resume, but I really don't know. And they don't have time. They don't have time to interview because they don't have skill set. Because skills are changing every day. It's not like old 10 years ago or 10 years or 15 years ago when it's just MFC, it's just C++, and that's everybody has those, and you know what to ask, right? Today, I'm sure half of us have written our own JavaScript libraries. If we have not published them, they have at least you've thought of it. There are so many libraries out there, so many small tools out there, so many products there. So the problem with these recruiting agencies or any companies is that they don't have expertise to find out if this is the right guy. And I think we are thinking that we can figure this out, we can help these companies. Make sense? So that's what this job feature is all about. It will, we'll be going to keep adding more things to it. As I said, we always adding things. Next. Is my water? All right. So let's come to the good part. Everybody good here? Awake? Still awake?
Yes.
Yeah, this room is kind of cold. We purposely made it cold so you guys are awake. So those were, that was a little bit about C# Corner, a little bit about what features we launched, and a little bit about what we just launched, and what we're trying to work with it. But next slide I want to talk about is about the MEPs program. And how many of you were here? I think Dhananjay already asked, I'll ask again. How many of you were here last year or a year before or a year before? Okay, a few people. So, how many of have you heard of Microsoft MEP program? A lot of you, that's great. And how many of you want to be a Microsoft MEP? More than that, great, awesome. So, MVP stands for, anybody? Right, so, most valuable professional. But MVP is a very generic term, and in US I've been living there for a while, and Jason, Jason knows, Tony knows all that. So there is a MVP award is for, we have in cricket now, right? You can be a cricket MVP player, right? So, right? In a match, you can be MVP? No? Oh, that's the player of the match. Player of the match, exactly. So, in U.S. football and other that, in basketball, they are MVP. So what they do is, in basketball season for all the teams, they will pick few players who are they are really great doing what they do. Some are shooting the ball, some are defense and all that. So they call them MVPs, and there is a game for MVPs. There is a tournament for MVPs, right? So MVPs just doesn't mean that. MVP means different things too, but our goal here is these are the purpose of MVPs, and meaning is really the key guys who are top of the top in C# corner community. You may not be, I may not be a good programmer. I may not be a good tester, but guess what? I'm helping running these chapters. I'm running behind all these, and these guys, some of you guys, doing all this community work. They are helping these developers. I have guys. They are not even technical, right? They are helping some things to grow these concepts of sharing in villages. They could be MVP. So when I say our MVPs, this is a meaning of MVPs, guys who is involved in community, helping everybody teach and learn. And usually decoding, obviously, that's where we are. So today, as of today, in MVP history, we have about 96 MVPs this year. We have grown a lot. We were thinking to keep the number less, but I think we thought that's where number will be around 100 every year. And how do you get this MVP award? Well, anybody here can tell me? Anybody knows how to get an MVP award? Contributions? Anybody else? Point? Alright, good. You want to know a secret? Hang out with me.
Valuable contributions.
Yes. If you go tonight and hang out and drink with me, tomorrow you will see your MVP. See Praveen right there? He gets a lot of cash on the table because of that. So you may want to reach out to Praveen as well. So, no, serious note, MVPs basically, we're always looking for the guys who are helping in different ways. Maybe contributions are good because it helps a lot, it helps for long term. So if I have written articles in the year 2000, people will still read them. I know they're very bad. I can't even read them, I told you that before. But articles, forums, help question answers, right? And chapters are big. Chapters get involved in the chapters. We have a lot of MVPs. They have not written any articles, but they are very active in chapters. They speak. They are speakers. They just, everybody likes different things, right? I like to eat idli dosa, and you like to eat paratha. So it's not good for me to ask him to eat everything what I eat, because that's not right. That's not right. That's what's the difference between old days and new days. This is a thing with this is today. Whatever you like to do, as long as you are helping community grow. If he likes to just say I just want to speak and that's all good because we see that he's just helping the community. Somebody just likes to say give ideas. Let's build. We had few MVPs not anymore. A couple of years ago. They were not even technical, but they told us these ideas. If you continue to do that in your village, helping 20 kids out there, I think you will get an MVP. Make sense?
Yeah.
This guy's still awake. I see somebody sleeping right there. So, what are the benefits of being an MVP? Well, first benefits I just told you. Anybody just remember that? Anybody?
Cash.
Cash, that's exactly. So, cash, yeah, you get cash and you hang out with me and drink. So those are two major benefits. So, yes, benefits are basically, first thing I start to note is network. DJ call it connections, Tony calls it relationships, but it's all same thing, networking, right? Because of this MVP thing, what you do is not only you are helping the community, you feel good obviously about it. I think I do, I feel good. You guys feel good?
Yeah.
Right? How many of you feel good about that? Right? Okay, I have to share a story. And this is my own, this is my own thinking. I've not read it anywhere. And in India, there are a lot of beggars. Do we agree?
Yeah.
There are a lot of beggars. Alright? And we all give at some point, either we give to, somehow, at some point we have given money to them. Money or whatever else. You agree, guys? Right? Our temples. We all go to temples?
Yeah.
Right? We give money or whatever, chalawa, we give them to God. Right? Have you ever thought that why do we do that?
पाप धोने के लिए सर.
Right, that's right. That's right, right? Paap dhone ke liye. Funny thing is, I was watching an Indian movie recently. It's a new movie. Let me think who is in it. Let me think. Huh?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Paresh Rawal and Akshay Kumar.
No. No. This is a different movie. This is a movie where it's a Danny. I think Danny's in there, and he's driving. He's a big tycoon, and he gives boss, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, boss. Exactly. So in there, he gives this drink to this kid, and kid says that you're not helping me. You're helping yourself, right? So when you give something, you think you are helping back, or sometimes we think, but internally it's helping really us. So it's funny thing is a lot of people, I go and say, thank you sir, you built this website, C# corner, blah blah blah, and it's helping me a lot, and thank you a lot, he thinks I'm sitting there doing a lot of work back there, but he's not realizing that was my dream. When I was in the village, I didn't have any resources, I didn't have books, I had nobody. What I thought it would be nice if somehow somebody can build some library. At that time I thought it would be a library where you can go and you see all the books. But that's the kind of dream I had, and it turns into something else, but I still think that's the same dream. I can see your time, DJ. You can come tell me right here. 10 minutes? Thank you. Man, he's good. He's good. I should give him like he's good. Alright, thank you. So when guys come and say thank you for what I'm doing, guess what? I'm doing for my happiness. I see it. I'm feeling good. So that's what you guys do. If you are MVPs or you want to be, that's what you should be feeling. If you don't, you should not be MVPs. You should not do that. Don't just do that because, oh, you know what, I may get a better job, but that's just extra motivation, but that's not the real reason you want to do it. Because you can do that, and you'll do 2 years, 3 years, at some point you say, when you achieve that, you're done. And I've seen a lot of people like that. Once they do this, they get a good job, they're comfortable, they quit that. I mean, there's nothing wrong doing with that, but that's not the real reason you want to do that. All right, I have 10 more minutes. Let's see how many slides I got. Okay, next thing I want to, I just talked to you guys about how we are matching the jobs and the candidates. The reason I want to show you this slide is you probably also see this slide in the book you got. We have these partners, and in last 6 months and 1 year I've done is I start going around with the companies, meeting the companies, executives, and start building these relationships where they will help us, connect the jobs in the system, bring them more technology, but bring them more job requirements, right? Bring more projects, any new ideas. So, where is DJ? I need to know what time. So,
It's 5 minutes.
5 minutes total for everything? Yes. All right. So we can talk about this more in the end of the session. There is a Q&A, but in the brief, I'm trying to say is we are helping guys do H1 visas. How many of you are interested in H1 visas? good number, right? So, because every time I come to this conference, our emails or wherever, I'm like, how can I get H1 visa? Can you help me do? I had no idea because I don't do that. So what I did is this year, Tony's here from Mental Resources, and he'll talk a little later. What I did is I went to build these relationships with the help of Tony. He's worked hard. Now, we have just filed 12 H1 visas. Next year we're planning to file, not we are filing, but these companies, around 50 to 100 visas. And our goal is pick top of our guys from our C-Sharp corner, our MVPs, our contributors. Because end of the day, I think this is one way we can help you guys. That's at least, if you need something, obviously learning, sharing, but that's one way we can do that. Next, quick 1 minute I will take on this digital writing is, it's innovation lab and a company helping to build products. They are focusing on new technologies coming out, like Google Glass, wearables, smells, something which are still in products, like they're not publicly available, but we are building on it. And I'll give an example. Is one of the products one company has built it's a small chip, and you breathe on it, it will tell you what disease you have. Well, hopefully you don't have any disease, I hope, but it will tell you if you're sick, it will tell you if you're pregnant, it will tell you if you have fever, all that. The cost of that is what? How much is cost that chip, Tony? 10 cents? It's built to 10 cents. So things like that, they are innovative. They are, we are trying to do is bring these things to, share with you guys, so at least you know what's out there. And one thing we software developers miss, and I did the same mistake, I made the same mistake, is we just focus on coding, and we miss the part like what's happening out there in hardware side. What's happening out there in industry, what's being built out there, because that's what it drives the software. A lot of people ask, what's the future of this? What's the future of Google Glass A app? This. Well, future depends on where the hardware goes, where the devices goes, right? If some companies start building these devices, then you will need apps. Nobody's building devices, you won't need apps. So guys, keep an eye on what's happening in the industry. Don't just code. Right? Don't just go whatever your boss tells, just do the coding, because at some point you will see, oh shoot, 3 years I've been working on this project, I missed the boat. So make sure, just always read news. Just find whatever website you like, there's so many out there, just get interest in there. Next. Alright, chapters is, how many of you know chapters here? Okay, a lot of people know chapters. Chapters, we launched chapters a few years back, and today we have 19 chapters. Thanks to all of you members and chapter leads. They're working hard. I can go through everybody's name, but that'll take a long time, but chapters are great. They are helping you guys connect in local areas. And going forward next year, our plan is we want to bring all these chapters together. What does that mean is we can have Chennai chapter speaker coming to Udaipur chapter, and Udaipur chapter speaker going to Mumbai chapter. Things like that. So guys get involved with more guys and they learn something new which is not there. So that's our long-term plan. This is Priyan. Priyan, now I would like to come and DJ to the stage talk about this Priyan. I think this is fantastic. This is great. This is very important.
Thank you, Mahesh sir. I'm audible in the back. So अगर विदेश जाना चाहते हो, contribute to C-Sharp Corner, come to chapter, you will be eligible to H1 visa. हिंदी में बता दिया जिसे नहीं समझ में आया हो. Okay? So this initiative program is, we have our chapters, as Mahesh sir said. We have our chapters where we help you. Many of you are member of our Delhi chapter. We help you to become better developer. We help you in learning technology such that you can find better job, you can, get promotion in your job, etc. And we do that free of cost. We have been doing it since last 1 year, and each month we meet around 100 developers, right? 80 to 100 developers. So all you people who are here, member of C# Corner chapters, any chapters, please give a round of applause to yourself. The story is very interesting. We were, helping you as a developer. Then we thought, once I was talking to Mahesh sir, that how we are touching other lives, like people who are in village. Once I went to Mathura, in a temple village, when I was talking to students, I come to know 80% students of standard 9 to 12, they never seen internet. So they are students of 10th, 11th, 12th class in UP board, and they don't know what is Google. Trust me, I'm telling you, giving you this figure. So we thought, let's do one thing. With the support of sponsors like Infragistic, we thought, let's go to village and teach them. And in this way, this plan started. So far, we have been to many villages. So our idea is very simple. We carry 10, 12 laptops with us and dongle. We go to that village, students come, we put them in a group and just give them experience of internet and all that. And we teach them computer, English, etc. If you want to be part of that, you are very much welcome. So this is all about brands. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dhananjay. And this is actually my village where I did my schooling from. And I was really touched what the story these guys are telling. Now, Dhananjay also knows now, because of that, he at least has 20 students calls him all the time when they need some advice. This is a story. This is a story that we don't hear a lot. Things like that. So, great, Dhananjay. Now I think we'll do is, thank you all. The next is we'll do is call our MVPs.